A single stone unearthed in Jerusalem rewrites centuries of belief, and the discoveries that follow will challenge what we thought we knew about ancient Judaism. Stay until number 1 for the most astonishing find no textbook mentions. Unearthed during a 1998 dig on Jerusalem's Ophel Hill, this limestone fragment bears a 7-character inscription that scholars date to the late 7th century BCE. The characters, read from right to left, appear to form a royal name, possibly linking it to a Judean king mentioned in biblical accounts. While the exact translation remains debated, many researchers suggest it could reference the lineage of the House of David, offering tangible evidence of a Judean presence on the hill during the Iron Age. This find complements other contemporary artifacts, reinforcing the notion that Jerusalem's Ophel was a bustling administrative center. The inscription's weathered surface hints at centuries of exposure, yet its legibility persists, inviting ongoing study. Stay tuned for Rank 9, where a monumental tunnel tells its own story of ancient engineering.
Discover the Siloam Tunnel, an engineering marvel carved beneath Jerusalem's ancient walls around 701 BCE, designed to channel water from the Gihon spring into the city during sieges. The tunnel stretches over 500 meters, hewn through solid limestone by hand, a feat that astonishes modern engineers. Inscriptions etched within its walls recount the completion of the work, attributing it to King Hezekiah, a key figure in Judah's religious reforms. Recent laser scanning has revealed subtle variations in tool marks, suggesting multiple teams worked simultaneously, a testament to organized labor in the kingdom. The tunnel's existence confirms biblical descriptions of Hezekiah's waterworks, bridging textual tradition with physical reality. As we move to Rank 8, a nearby spring reveals further ingenuity in securing Jerusalem's lifeline.
Remarkably, the Gihon Spring, Jerusalem's most reliable water source, was harnessed through a complex series of channels, pools, and protective walls as early as the 8th century BCE. Archaeologists have identified a series of basalt-lined troughs that directed water toward the city's southern gate, reducing vulnerability during conflict. The system includes a fortified pool known as the Pool of Siloam, whose remnants align with biblical accounts of ritual purification. Radiocarbon dating of organic deposits within the channel suggests continuous use and periodic upgrades, reflecting a sustained investment in urban infrastructure by Judahite authorities. The sophistication of this hydraulic network underscores a societal emphasis on both practical defense and religious purity, intertwining daily life with covenantal themes. Next, Rank 7 uncovers a massive stone structure whose purpose still intrigues scholars.
Surprisingly, the stepped stone structure, an imposing, terraced foundation discovered beneath the city of David, has sparked debate over its original function. Built from massive limestone blocks arranged in a stepped fashion, the structure dates to the 10th or 9th century BCE, aligning with the era traditionally associated with King David. Some experts argue it served as a royal platform for administrative buildings, while others propose it was a protective retaining wall for the palace complex. Recent stratigraphic analysis indicates multiple construction phases, suggesting long-term occupation and adaptation. The sheer scale of the masonry reflects an organized labor force and a centralized authority capable of monumental projects. Its proximity to other Judean royal artifacts reinforces the narrative of an early capital. Stay with us for Rank 6, where a Roman-era inscription ties Jerusalem directly to a well-known historical figure.
Evidence of Roman governance arrives in the form of the Pilate Inscription, a limestone block uncovered in 2001 bearing the name of Pontius Pilate, the prefect of Judea from 26 to 36 CE. The inscription, written in Latin, commemorates the renovation of a water channel, linking the Roman administration to civic improvements in Jerusalem. While the text does not mention Jewish religious matters, its presence confirms the city's integration into the imperial infrastructure during a pivotal period for both Roman and Jewish histories. The stone's weathered lettering and the surrounding archaeological context suggest it stood prominently within a public works complex, possibly near the Antonia fortress. Scholars view this artifact as a tangible bridge between New Testament narratives and material culture. Up next, Rank 5 reveals a cache of texts that reshaped our perception of Jewish sects.
Archaeologists were stunned when the Dead Sea Scrolls emerged from Qumran caves between 1947 and 1956, offering a treasure trove of Hebrew manuscripts dating from the 3rd century BCE to the 1st century CE. Among the thousands of fragments are copies of biblical books, sectarian writings, and a community rule book that illuminate the beliefs and practices of a Jewish group living near Jerusalem. The scroll's linguistic style, orthography, and theological themes provide insight into the diversity of Second Temple Judaism, challenging the notion of a monolithic religious tradition. Radiocarbon dating and paleographic analysis place many of the texts within a few centuries of the Second Temple's destruction, underscoring their relevance to early Christian origins as well. Their discovery sparked a worldwide scholarly renaissance, prompting new translations and interdisciplinary studies. Coming up at rank 4, an inscription from the north of the city adds another layer to this narrative.
Hidden in the northern hills of Israel, the Tel Dan Stele was unearthed in 1993, bearing an Aramaic inscription that references the House of David. The fragment, attributed to the 9th century BCE king of Aram Damascus, Hazael, boasts a boastful claim of victory over Israel and Judah, mentioning the House of David as a dynastic entity. This external attestation is the first non-biblical reference to King David's lineage, lending credence to the historicity of the biblical monarchy. The stele's weathered surface and broken edges have been painstakingly reconstructed, allowing scholars to compare its phrasing with contemporaneous Near Eastern royal inscriptions. While some debate persists over the exact translation, the consensus acknowledges its significance for biblical archaeology. Next, rank 3 delves into a modern effort that sifted centuries of debris to reveal priceless artifacts.
Deep within the layers of debris removed from the Temple Mount in the 1990s, the Temple Mount Sifting project has recovered thousands of small artifacts that speak directly to Jewish ritual life in ancient Jerusalem. Among the finds are fragments of pottery stamped with the Hebrew name of Jerusalem, bronze coins bearing the name of the Hasmonean ruler John Hyrcanus, and limestone pieces inscribed with the Tetragrammaton. These micro-artifacts, painstakingly sorted by volunteers, provide tangible proof of continuous Jewish presence on the Mount from the First Temple period through the Second Temple era. Radiocarbon dating of organic residues on the pottery aligns with known occupational phases, while the presence of ritual objects such as incense burners suggests ongoing worship practices. The project's ongoing analysis continues to refine timelines and cultural understandings. Up next, Rank 2 presents a seal that once closed a pivotal Judean letter.
Recent excavations at the city of David uncovered a set of Bullae clay seal impressions bearing the name Baruch, son of Neriah, a figure known from the book of Jeremiah as the prophet scribe. Dated to the late 7th or early 6th century BCE, these seals were likely used to authenticate letters or documents within the Judean administration. The iconography includes a distinctive catafal motif, matching other contemporary seals from the region, indicating a standardized bureaucratic system. While some scholars caution that the name Baruch was relatively common, the conjunction of the name, period, and archaeological context strengthens the case for a direct link to the biblical scribe. The Bullae's discovery adds a material dimension to textual references, illustrating the administrative sophistication of Judah on the eve of the Babylonian exile. Finally, Rank 1 reveals the most compelling inscription tying Judaism to Jerusalem's very streets.
Finally, the Jerusalem Pilgrimage Road inscription, discovered in 2018 along the ancient ascent to the Temple Mount, bears a dedication that reads, in partially preserved Hebrew, to the God of Israel, this road is for the people of Jerusalem. Scholars date the stone to the late 1st century BCE, a period of intense religious activity as pilgrims journeyed to the holy precincts. The inscription's wording mirrors passages from the Psalms, reinforcing the notion of Jerusalem as a sacred destination for the Jewish faithful. Its placement along a main thoroughfare suggests official endorsement of pilgrimage routes, indicating organized religious practices supported by civic authorities. The stone's weathered script, still legible after 2 millennia, offers a rare glimpse into the lived spirituality of ancient Jews, bridging textual tradition with the very stones they walked upon.
We've traveled through 10 remarkable pieces of evidence that bind Judaism to the heart of ancient Jerusalem, each revealing a layer of history previously hidden beneath the stones. These findings not only enrich our understanding of the past but also illuminate the cultural roots that continue to influence the present. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. New mind-blowing lists every week. Which revelation stood out to you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found the video insightful, give it a like. Thanks for watching.